welcome in my channel Learn with Rosni. In previous video, I told you about the rules of tense and today we will learn about the rules of prepositions. Okay, so before starting this topic, I tell you please watch the previous video in which I talked to you about the syllabus of General English for all competitive examinations. Okay, and I gave you link in description box and also in I button. So, without doing any more delay, let's start. Rules of preposition is essential for all, but especially for those candidates who are appearing for competitive exams, and candidates must be well aware of these rules of prepositions to use different prepositions correctly in a sentence without making any grammatical errors in their exams. So, being abreast with the rules for prepositions can help students to score good marks in their exams as well as to improve their fluency in English. Okay, so basically preposition in English language indicates that the relation between a noun or a pronoun or something. When using a preposition, it is necessary to have a subject and a verb before it, followed by a noun and never should be followed by a verb. Okay, so hence before moving forward we have to know what is prepositions. Okay, so preposition is a word or a set of words that indicates a location or something and relation between the noun or a pronoun, okay, or some other parts of the sentence. So, basically, there are 7 rules in prepositions. We have to know what are the 7 rules. Okay. So, the rule number 1 is preposition must have an object. A preposition is not a preposition unless it goes with a related noun or a pronoun that is the object of the preposition. Okay. So, a preposition is always with an object. Without an object, it is an adverb that never has an object. So let's understand with the examples. First example is he is in the kitchen. So here preposition in has the object kitchen. Okay. And next example is you may come in. Here adverb in has no object. It qualifies come. And rule number 2 is preposition must be placed before. As the name says, preposition, it means before something. And generally, but not always, a preposition goes before a noun or a pronoun. So understand with the examples. I put the things in the box. Here, in is placed before the noun box. Okay. Next is rule number 3, and rule number 3 says the pronoun following the preposition should be an object form. Okay. So the noun or pronoun following a preposition forms a prepositional object. If a pronoun is following a preposition, it should be in the objective form, means me, her, them, okay, and not the subjective form like I, she, they, etc. Now let us understand with the examples. The gift was from them, and here preposition from followed by the objective pronoun them. Next is rule number 4. So here rule number 4 has divided into 3 parts. So the rule number 4A is avoid like when a verb is involved. The preposition like, that means similar to, should be followed by a noun, pronoun, noun phrase as an object of the preposition. A subject or a verb should not follow the preposition like. For example, here is 2 sentences. First is she looks like her mother, and second is she looks like her mother does. Okay, and in the first example, she looks like her mother. Here, noun mother is the object of the preposition like. So it's the correct sentence. And next is she looks like her mother does. So here we have to avoid like with noun plus verb. Okay, so it's the incorrect sentence. And here we not use the preposition correctly, so it's the incorrect. Okay. Next is rule number 4b. When there is a comparison between a subject or a verb, instead of like, use as if, as though, or the way. So here also two examples. She looks like her mother does. It's incorrect sentence. And she looks like the way her mother does. Okay, so it's the correct sentence. Next is rule number 4c. Unless there is a verb involved, do not use as. As means in the same manner. So avoid using preposition as if the verb is not involved. Its example is I, as most people, try to use good words in English. And next example is I, as most people do, try to use good words in English. So the first example is incorrect and second example is correct because the second example follow the rule number 4c. Okay, and the first example does not follow the rule number 4c. Okay. Rule number 5 says do not confuse preposition to with infinitive to. Okay. So the to is an infinitive participle just like to sing, to dance, etc. as well as a preposition to like to me, to Moscow, etc. So here example to as a preposition. I am used to swimming. And to as the infinitive participle. I used to live in Australia. Okay. And the rule number 6 says that some words that look like verbs follow the preposition to. A verb cannot be an object of a preposition, and this rule of the preposition may seem confusing. Okay. So let's understand with the examples. I like to swim. In this example, to swim is a part of the infinitive that occurs when a verb is used as a noun, adverb or an adjective. Here, to swim is a thing that the person likes doing, not an action that is being performed. I hope you understand very well and move to the next rule, that is rule number 7. So rule number 7 says that do not confuse preposition in and into. And this rule of preposition says use itu to express motion towards something and reserve the preposition in when you want to indicate a location. So its example is I swam in the pool. And next is the cat jumped into the well. Okay, so the I swam in the pool, it's an indicating location. Okay, and the cat jumped into the well, it's an expressing motion. Okay. So after that you have any query, then comment me on comment section. Till then, bye bye.